Very good, very good. Anybody need any water or anything? Good?
Okay.
The dinner will be out in a minute,
Oh,
okay?
good.
We got first course. Okay. All right, very good. All right, so let's get started. The reason why I show you that video is to kind of get an idea of what you're getting yourself into. The reason why we've been to Zimbabwe twice, the reason why we worked with the Colorado Rapids and helped them win a championship, the reason why I've been to 2 different Olympics is because how I approach your health and everybody else's health since basically last 30 years, is that healing is electric first, not chemical. Okay? That's what makes us different. All those athletes, they had the best medicine, the best doctors, they could have anything they wanted. They chose us because our approach to getting people well and helping you be. See, my mission is you to be happy, to be healthy, and have a better future. So you can feel better, you can move like you want to move, right? And do all the things you want to do. If you want that, then here's the key how to get there. That the healing is electric first. Your spine is the battery. Better spine, better life. It's not chemical, right? If better chemicals or more chemicals was a way to healing, to helping you be healthy and happy and have a better life, to feel better, to move better, and do more with your life, then Robert would be alive today, okay? Robert was 25 years old when he got in his first car accident. He went to the medical doctor and gave him medication for his neck pain. And then from 25 to 35, the neck pain really didn't go away, but all of a sudden he started having heart problems. So he got more medication for that. Then he started noticing he was depressed, so he had more medication for that, right? Because he was taught that more chemicals will make you healthy. It'll get you better. It'll fix your pain. Well, when the medication wasn't working, then they started injecting his joints with cortisone, pain medication. Now he's 45 years old and he's still not getting better. He's on all kinds of medication. He's on all kinds of chemicals. So they went ahead and did what else they could do. They did surgery on him. That's surgery. So again, healing is electrical first, not chemical. If it was, he'd have plenty of healing. He'd be feeling great. But finally his wife dragged him in here at age 55 and says he's not getting better. This happened when he had a car accident. He's on all these medications. He's depressed. He has heart disease. He's not healthy. What can you do? And I said, well, I don't know. Let's look at the spine. Because healing is electrical, not chemical. Your spine is your battery. So I looked at it. And what we want to see on the x-rays, I want to see his spine on the black line here. Can you see how his spine's on the red line like that? So he's doing this. So what do you think his vertebrae are doing to his nerves and his spinal cord? Pinching, right? So is that going to make him dead battery or full battery? Yeah. So I said, this is why you're not healing. Let's start getting you adjusted. Let's x-ray you with your head weights on. And this is what his spine looked like with the head weights on. We took x-rays of you, we put the head weights on, and basically we saw your spine do this. So I know I can help him. I know that he's going to get better by changing his spine. In his case, a better spine will give him a better life, not more chemicals. The problem is he didn't believe me. He didn't come back. And 6 weeks after seeing his x-rays, he had a heart attack and he died because he didn't change his spine. He just kept taking the chemicals. I don't want that happening to you. Healing is electric first, not chemical, not vitamin, not changing your diet, not changing your exercise, not changing your meditation or the Bible you read. Healing is electrical first. We need to make your spine better first so we can get you better, okay? You say, well, that's why I'm here, Dr. Joe. We're going to get my back cracked. We're going to get it better. We're going to go from there. Do I really need x-rays? Yes. Your x-ray is the key. Let me explain. This is John's x-ray. John loved chiropractic, but he would only go in and get his back cracked, pay his copay whenever his back hurt. He'd play golf, he'd take Tylenol to help his back pain, but that was his life. That's what he thought chiropractic was. He had never gotten any x-rays of his spine. He just thought laying down, punch, punch, punch. The doctor said, okay, come back when it hurts again. To him, that was chiropractic. That is not chiropractic here. That is not healing is electric there. It's a medical version of manual therapy. That's not what I do. He didn't know what his spine looked like. He didn't know what his x-rays looked like. 45 degrees is the magic number. His number was 10. Here's normal. Here's where his spine was at. He's like this. So again, he's not healing. He can't get better. But after I showed him his x-rays and I said, healing's electric, we need to change your spine. He's like, can I just come when I feel like it? I'm like, no, we have to put you on a program based on what your spine says. No different, you go to the gym and you want to get in shape. Can I just show up when I want to and work out? No, the trainer's going to put you on a program, right? It's no different here. I'm not going to waste your time with that. So I went over everything and I said, okay, we need to get that number going back towards 45 degrees. We need to start changing your spine so we can get your battery, get your health, get your healing going this direction. Does that make so far? If we get your spine going this way, then your whole body's going to change. You're going to do great. You're going to feel great. You're going to be happy. You're going to be healthy. You're going to have a great future. You'll be able to feel better, move better when you do your golf swing, when you're working. Life will be amazing. But we've got to start fixing this first. He decided to go back to his other chiropractor. Healing is electrical, not chemical. So 12 months after seeing his x-rays, he was still trying the chemical approach, and he got diagnosed with prostate cancer. Because the brain couldn't talk to his prostate. It was living on a dead battery. So what do prostates do if they don't get the power from the brain? They simply form cancer, or heart disease, or diabetes, or something like that. Okay? So he thought he would save money by not correcting his spine, by not coming in. He thought he would have more time because he was too busy to get better, right? But all he got. And here's the problem. When he went to Cancer Centers of America to deal with his prostate, did they change his spine or just keep treating him with more chemicals? So when they say the cancer is gone, what usually happens a year or two or later? It just comes back. Why? Because healing is electrical, not more chemicals. So right now, I'm not going to tell you need more vitamins or more exercise or more diet change or more affirmations. We need to get started with your spine first. All that will come later, okay? And here's why. Here's why. This is the last x-ray I want to show you for today, okay? Because you're going to see your x-rays. I'm not going to put them up here, all right? We're going to go back in a minute into a room, and I'll show you everything, and I'll answer your questions, make sure I've done my job to explain everything to you. And then you're going to tell me what you want to do. And you'll go home, you'll make an appointment. You need to keep getting adjusted, so you make an appointment for tomorrow. But you'll pick whatever financial plan, whatever plan you want to do to get better, and then you'll come back and we'll get that started. So tonight, I just want to be able to make sure you understand what's going on and how we need to get this better. So this is Leah. This is my oldest daughter. She's 31 years old now. When she was born, she had a very rough birth. Since then, we had the rest of the other 3 kids at home, okay? But they use Pitocin, so usually they take, big head, tiny hole, right? And they shoot the baby out. Well, that was her birth. And then she got adjusted, right? We looked on everything, but I didn't really do any x-rays of her or do any testing of her. I didn't really measure her spine. I just said, lay down, just like John was getting, lay down, because that's all we were taught. That's what we were taught in chiropractic college. I'm like, lay down, get adjusted, power's on, God's going to heal you. Well, 8 months old, my daughter Leah is in a walker, like all kids, and all of a sudden she didn't pay attention, we weren't there, and she went rolling, flying down 2 sets of stairs at a health gym. So what do you do with the baby when that happens? You pick her up and go, well, you look fine, you're okay. We didn't know anything, right? Kept getting her adjusted, kept feeding her good food, kept doing everything. Here at 5 years of age, you started noticing that she would ride her bike and all of a sudden just go off, or she'd be playing with her friends all of a sudden she'd just walk off. Well, come to find out, lights are on, nobody's home, and those are called petit mal seizures. See, if healing is not chemical, if healing is chemical, then my daughter still be having seizures today, right? Healing's electrical. That's why she doesn't have seizures anymore. But I couldn't find out what was going on. I mean, from age 5, she's having these petit mal seizures every day, going to school and stuff, and all of a sudden, age 12, she's at the Westminster Rec Center, and she has her first grand mal seizure. And we're doing everything we can to find out what's wrong to fix her. Everything we know, right? I mean, I've been around the world looking for stuff to fix my own daughter. And everything you see here, we didn't know any of this yet. We said, lay down, power's on, high five. And it worked for most people, but it wasn't working for my daughter, and we didn't know why. So now by age 17, she's had hundreds of thousands, she has hundreds of petit mal seizures a day. She's had over 40 grand mal seizures up to age 17, and we're ready to kill ourselves. I mean, literally, we're scared. We think God quit on us. Why is she not healing? We prayed. I mean, trust me, we went all the way back to Adam and all future generations. We cleaned house spiritually, physically. We did everything we knew, but we still had the wrong map. Out of prayer, I think, one of my mentors, Dr. Pettibon, who, I mean, chiropractic's been around since 1895. And that was pretty much what it was. And he's like, well, half the profession said, you don't need x-rays, I'll lay down. And back in the 40s and 50s, you didn't really necessarily need them. People got better. But as the world got sicker, we had to get better. And so he said, listen, how do you know what you're fixing if you can't measure it? Right? I mean, you're an electrician, you just walk in and start flipping switches? No, right? You're a musician, so you can't, right? And your executive assistant, you should see her big book. She's so organized, right? You can't fix it if you can't measure it. You don't know it's wrong. Well, it's just a good idea. That's not good enough. And it wasn't working for my daughter, Leah. So I was at a seminar, and I was, Dr. Pettibon was literally reinventing chiropractic. He said, if you don't have a curve in your neck, you can't heal. I said, what? If you don't have a curve in your neck, you can't heal. And it changed my life. I'm like, what do you mean, Dr. Pettibon? Well, what's your daughter's x-rays look like? What do you mean? There's no fractures, nothing broken. Her MRIs are clear. I can't find anything wrong. Her doctors say her fine. Just take half her brain out. She'll stop having seizures. I'm like, well, that's not an answer. He said, look, Doc, she needs to have a curve in her neck of 45 degrees if you want her body to heal at its maximum ability. He said, I suggest you find out what her curve in her neck is and stop trying to treat the seizures. So I did. I x-rayed her neck. I measured it. It was 15 degrees. First time I ever found anything wrong with my daughter. He said, well, now you found it. Now you better figure out how to fix it. Well, how do you fix it? You lay down and get cracked? He said, no, you got to know how to fix this. Here to find out, when she fell down the steps, she tore all ligaments in her upper neck. So when we adjusted her, her spine wouldn't hold it because it had ligament damage. Kind of like a bad knee. You try to fix it, but it just keeps tricking on you, or a shoulder or something. You have to rehab it so that it can get stronger. And that's what was happening to her. It was working, it just wasn't holding. So we started measuring the spine, and the good news is that when you came in, you had all these things going on, and we took the x-ray and I measured your spine. So you're going to see where your spinal number's at. Your spinal number to me is more important than your blood pressure, your A1C number, your mammogram or your pap smear or your colonoscopy. All that stuff goes bad if you lose the curves in your neck or your lower back or in your spine. It starts there. So we found out she had a 15-degree curve in her neck. Now we know why she's not healing. Then I traveled literally to Seattle for like 15 months, once a month, to learn how to do all this in the late 90s. And as we started making changes to her spine, we had to have her, and we have you drink water, because we realized that we all sit like this, or we work like this, or we do this, right? Well, when your posture goes like this, we learned that that locks the discs down. So that locks the nerves down and literally drains the power out of your body. And where do these nerves go to? So we had her drink water, like we have you drink water. And then we put her on the traction, because once we drink the water, then we can make these discs from being all old and dried out like old sponges to make them now nice and spongy, which now pumps the spine back up. A lot of our patients get taller as they get adjusted because the spine begins to pump back up. So you drink the water, we drink water, we put her on the traction, we put her back and had her do her exercises, right? We had her do the wobble chair exercises back and forth, which is X, Y, Z axis in a three-dimensional way to get the spine to begin to unwind and open up so your brain can start healing things. Then we have her lay down on the table, and again, I get it. In our office, some people don't want to hear any cracking. Some people want to hear lots of cracking. Some people are in between. That's fine. But what you really want me to do is simply find out where the power's being turned off and turn it back on. Okay? I don't have to keep rubbing the wall. The power's on. And so when you lay down, I do a reading. I ask your brain, are you aware of what's going on? Can you tell me where to adjust? Through my readings, the brain tells me what to adjust and how to adjust it. And so some of you, I'll use the adjusting tool, to open things up. Sometimes I'll use the table to drop. Sometimes I'll lay you on your spine. Sometimes I have a strap and I'll just pull. But the whole point is that getting this spine going up, because we need to recharge your batteries to get your healing going in the right direction. Does that make sense what we're doing? Like today, I had a guy, I won't get into his story, but he has a horrible back. He's had 8 spinal surgeries. The last surgery he had, the incision is starting to get worse and it's starting to get infected. And his doctor said, well, you better hold off on that chiropractic until this thing gets fixed. And I said, no. Yeah, I'm not going to lay you down and punch on your spine, But do you want to fight that infection off as an empty battery or a full battery? He says, full battery. I said, so lay down, let's get you adjusted. Because that's what the adjustment does. The adjustment charges your body to put the power God put in it. That is what makes the pain go away. That's what makes you happy. That's what makes you healthy. That's what fights off the disease. It's the power that God put inside you. And so we adjusted her. Then we realized, and Dr. Pettibon taught this, that if I simply just adjust you, but I don't retrain your body, because it's been like this for how many years, that your brain will pull you right back. So we put the head weights on you and her, stand on the vibration platform, which speeds up the healing process. It speeds up how fast we can get your spine to change. And then we see what happens. We started doing that. And we started seeing the seizures start to go down. She was already on 2 medications. I'm not anti-medication. But medication doesn't change the x-ray. Neither does broccoli or burpees or whatever else you do, right? Okay? And so she was on 2 medications, but she wasn't getting well. And I'm not anti-surgery. My wife had 4 big babies, and her female organs moved to the wrong zip code. So we had to do something about that. So we had surgery to put them back and get her healing. That's going the right direction. So I'm not anti-chemical, anti-drugs. I'm saying if you want to get better, then we need to make your spine better first. Because that's the key to your happiness, your health, organ function, vitality, hormones, mood, weight, strength. Everything is right here. Okay? Sorry. So we did that. We started re-x-raying her. And within about 6 to 12 months, she got a curve back in her neck. She was measuring at 45 degrees, which Dr. Pettibon says was perfect. So like Dr. Pettibon said, no curve in the neck or the lower back or the crooked spine, you can't heal. Get the curve back, watch the body heal. And we've only seen literally 5 seizures in the last 12 years. And she hasn't had one in a bunch of years. I don't even remember the last one we had. So with my daughter and with everyone else, our job is to get your spine better and then let it get worse again. Just come back whenever you hurt again. No. First care plan is start coming. Then we'll re-x-ray in 90 days and we'll say, okay, what do you need to do to keep coming, to keep it fixed and keep it healing? I only really have 2 care plans. Start coming and keep coming. If you want to feel better, be better, and stay that way. Okay? So that's why we do what we do with Leah. And then when Leah goes home, she's not done. She has work to do. See, how are we going to undo 5, 10, 15, 20, 75 years of damage and neglect on your spine? This is the first time you're hearing that healing is electric, not chemical. You were taught, you have a problem, take a pill, right? Right? What if you were never taught to brush your teeth? What would they look like today? My point. Wait till you see your x-rays, right? So when you go home, I'm going to teach you how to do specific spinal x-rays to make that spine change as fast as possible. So you can feel happier, you can feel healthier, and have a better future as fast as possible. So at home, when you go to bed, I'm going to teach you how to lay on your rolls at night for the first 20 minutes. So we can start bringing those curves back and recharge. Literally, healing is electric. Then you'll have a wobble disc that you'll wobble on every day. Okay? You use this spinal brushing kit the same time you brush your teeth. If you skip brushing your teeth that day, then you can skip brushing your spine. Okay? So you wobble every day, because every day you're doing this, right? You're asleep, you're working. So wobble every day. Then we do our traction. We hang this on a strong door, right? We do our traction up to 100 times, because again, you spend all day like this, you're going to spend 5 minutes a day at home doing this, and we're going to be opening up the spine. And then finally, the last thing but not least, is you'll just put your head weights on, whatever we'll show you in the back there. You just sit for 5 minutes, no more than 20. Just sit there, watch TV, and let your spine open up and heal you. And you're going to heal, you're going to feel amazing, and you're going to do so much more, because healing is electric first. Then we'll work on all the other stuff. But if you try to worry about all the other things going on out there and neglect this, you're not going to get the results. You're going to get frustrated, and it's not going to heal like you're supposed to. Okay? You know the promise, but you're not seeing the promise delivered. And so that's kind of what we're going to do with you. When you go back and see your x-rays, you'll see exactly what your numbers are. You'll see exactly what to do. I'll tell you what my best recommendations are, and you decide on what you want to do based on your timing, based on your budget. What you can't do is not get adjusted. It's like saying, well, I'm never going to charge my cell phone. Well, good luck trying to use it. It's not going to work that way, right? Well, I'll just wait and see what happens. No, you're going to keep losing your charge. So that's why when we re-x-ray Leah, because of what we did here and what we do at home, she started getting the curve back in her neck. And so that's why I don't think healing's electric. I know it's electric. So that's pretty much what we look for, okay? And again, when you look at the science of everything, okay? When you look at the science of everything, every medical textbook in the world says your nervous system runs everything in the body, that healing's electric, right? Dr. Pettibon says you need to have a curve in your neck if you want to heal. Yeah, because this article said if you don't have a curve in your neck and your curve is not at 45 degrees, then that's going to cause sickness, disease, and early death to attack the nerves and attack the body. This article said, could a hump in your back be killing you? Yeah. As you lose your posture, you shut the power down, and your organs don't work anymore. Your hormones don't work anymore. Your mood gets sapped, and you end up in a nursing home. Dr. Windsor proved it. Healing is electric because he did autopsies on people who had died of stomach disease, lung disease, liver disease, gallbladder, pancreas, spleen, kidney, uterus, heart, the things that we want to keep, right? The things we want to protect. He said healing's electric because if not, these organs will attack you. Okay? Because here's the thing. When your mom and dad got together and made you, God blew on that sperm and egg. Power, boom, electricity, charge, breath of life. The first organ you formed was your brain. So the brain's the generator. And for 9 months, what did the brain do? It knitted you together. It made you. It powered you up. It told the little cells on where to go to become the heart and the lungs and the pancreas and the gallbladder, the female organs, your male organs, your prostate, your bladder. So your brain runs everything through the spinal cord. Your spinal cord's the battery to stay charged and healthy. Your brain's the generator. And think of this way, all your organs and your muscles and your hormones are the apps that run. And as long as you keep the phone charged, everything works like it's supposed to, the way God promised it, right? If you come out at 5 months and not 9 months, why is that a problem? You're not done cooking yet. It's not done making you. What's making you? The power, electricity inside your body, right? You don't have to rub chemicals on the tummy or drink stuff or take pills to make that baby grow. It's doing it all by itself. That's why you don't need chemicals or pills or creams to make your body heal. It does it all by itself. And it needs no help. Just can't have any interference. And the interference is in the battery in the spine. Okay? The brain's always working. It wants to heal. It gets kinked if your posture goes, right? And so with that, when you're born, God covered up your brain with the skull and your battery, your spinal cord, with the vertebrae. And as long as they stay stacked like they're supposed to, you'll be just fine. But if something happens through birth trauma or slips or falls or Uncle Charlie that throws you in the air, right? Or Uncle Bob that throws you in the air, right? Your spine can get whipped or get twisted or get pinched. And guess how you feel in the very beginning? Fine. We didn't have seizures right away. We was 8 months old. We didn't see the seizures until 5 years of age. She looked fine before that. So how you feel will never tell you how healthy you are. Your x-ray numbers will always tell me how healthy you are and how many adjustments you need to stay healthy and stay strong. Stay at full charge, okay? So it's all in your spine. It's all in your spine, and that's what we look for. That's what we look at, right? And so when we look at that, we want to make sure that your spine is going in the right direction. So that's why, as soon as you're born, we want to see you in here and get checked for birth trauma. This is a 3-month-old little girl. Did you guys see the little girl running around here with light-up shoes? This is her. Now she's 3 or 4 years old, all full of life and energy, but when she was first born, she wasn't. We scanned her. We saw the reds. The red means there's pinching on the nerves. We don't take x-rays of newborns until they can walk, right? But we can still check them for birth trauma or for pinching or making sure they're not healthy or happy. So we saw this. We started adjusting her right over there, right? And then here's her scan. No more reds, which means her spine is opening up, her brain is healing her body, her charge is getting strong, and now she's healing. Now all we do is keep her charged, keep her healthy. That's how it works, right? That's how it works. And the good news is that when you do this, you got blood pressure problems. Blood pressure is because the nerves going to your heart are being drained. We adjust you, turn that power on, healing's electric, blood pressure gets better. Oh, we think you need to take blood pressure pills, right? Because chemical healing doesn't work that way. So we see science says that. How about your genes? Oh, I have a genetic disorder. That's fine. That's because your body. See, here's the thing. If you're born with bad genes, that's fine. But they don't have to attack you unless you're an empty battery. When you're running on empty, then everything breaks loose. And the bad genes get turned on to go do their job. But if you change your spine and turn the power on, because healing's electric first, and you get up to here, Literally, science sees the bad genes shut off and the good genes turn on. It's called epigenetics, Dr. Bruce Lipton. It's right there. Dr. Dean Ornish, medical doctor, 30 men with prostate cancer, no longer prostate cancer because they got healthy and the bad genes shut off and the good genes turned on. Healing's electric. Healing's electric. What about AIDS? AIDS, are people with AIDS running on empty or running on full power? Unfortunately, they're unhealthy. So when they start getting adjusted, guess what happened? Their CD4 cell count went up 48%. Yeah, healing's electric. No matter what it is, healing is electric, okay? And the last thing is, I love this. I couldn't make this any better. Okay, is anybody drink Coronas or heard of the coronavirus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I'm doing a workshop on April 25th on the whole thing, okay? But let's say it's as bad as they say it is. It's not. There was a Spanish flu back in 1917 that was killing thousands, if not millions of people. And when they would go to the medical doctor and they got chemical treatment, okay, basically out of every 10,000 cases of the flu, Spanish flu, there was 950 deaths because they're using chemicals to treat. They found out when people started going to the chiropractor and getting adjusted because healing is electrical, of 10,000 cases, only 25 would die. So what do you do to beat coronavirus? You get adjusted to boost up your immune system so no matter what comes in, it doesn't affect you. Okay? Pneumonia, 10,000 cases. If you go through chemical healing through the medical system, 6,400 deaths. Pneumonia under drugless methods, getting adjusted, 100 deaths. So that's what I'm just saying. If you really want to be healthy and you're a germaphobe and you want to get healthy, get adjusted. It's going to boost up your power. Your body will fight off whatever it is here versus here. When you're here, you're susceptible to everything. When you're here, nothing can touch you. Nothing can touch you, okay? And again, I wish that more people understood that healing is electric first, then chemical, right? I wish they, because again, cancer, heart disease, diabetes, Alzheimer's, obesity, depression, is it getting better or getting worse in our country? It's getting worse, right? But what have most of us been taught? What do we do? And again, it's not your fault. What have you been taught when you have a sniffle or an ache or a pain that's not going away? What are we taught? Where do we go?
pharmacy.
The pharmacy, right? Even in Zimbabwe, right? And what do they usually give you? They change your diet, antibiotics, or medication, surgery, right? Chemicals. And again, if better health came from better chemicals, then we would be the healthiest country in the world, not the sickest. Does that make sense? And again, it's not just me. I mean, even both my mom and sister are nurses. And what scares them is being the patient, because they see people getting worse through more chemicals, right? This article talked about how, yeah, heart disease, diabetes, everything's getting worse. Because the problem is, the more chemicals, more healing is the wrong map. If I gave you the map of Zimbabwe and said, find Denver, would you be able to find it? And it wouldn't matter how much money we gave you, or how much funding, or how much fake news I gave you, you would never find it. But if I gave you the map of Colorado and said, find Denver, piece of cake, right? We think healing's hard. It's not. It's our birthright. God has given it to us, right? Most women think, oh, I'm fine. Until 80% of women diagnosed with cancer felt fine when they got diagnosed with breast cancer, right? More and more chemicals on the market, and we have less and less health to show for it because healing does not come from chemicals. Oh, no, you have high cholesterol. You need a chemical. Fine, but the chemical side effects cause type 2 diabetes, pancreatitis, cognitive decline, erectile dysfunction, peripheral neuropathy, and liver damage from the cholesterol medication. Oh, you have a pain. Okay, but now the problem is painkillers are now addictive, according to Time Magazine. So be careful. If you have the chemicals called Vicodin, oxycodone, Advil, Aleve, Motrin, Celebrex in your medicine closet, right? Be careful. More chemicals aren't going to fix you, okay? Colorado has the highest second rate of prescription drug abuse in the country. Therefore, if we have the second highest rate of prescription drug abuse in the country, we should be the second highest, healthiest country in the world. If healing is chemical, we're not. What about children? When they can't sit still in school and they're not doing very well and they're depressed, what do we give them? An adjustment? Change your diet? I know what we used to do back in the day, right? If they weren't behaving, but can't do that anymore. No, they give them Ritalin, Strattera, SSRIs. Every school shooting, every mall shooting, the kids or the adult has been on this type of medication. They're giving foster kids now. Mandated. Mandated, yep, court ordered. So even again, as I wrap this up, even the Journal of the American Medical Association agrees with what I do here. They know that healing is not chemical because they say adverse drug reactions are believed to be the leading cause of death in the United States. So that's why what maybe you've been trying to do hasn't been working, because we haven't been looking at your x-rays. We haven't been following the numbers. Based on how this changes dictates everything else we do, okay? As I wrap this up, I'll make it real simple for you, okay? Real simple. What color is healthy grass? Okay, who made it that way? God did, just like your body, right? And I use the hose to water the grass. If I kink the hose, what happens to the grass? It dies, right? Here, just to make sure. I got a poster that talks all about it, right here. So, God made grass to be healthy, right? If I kink the hose, then the grass does this. Feels fine at first, then it goes to brown grass, right? And like you said, then it dies. Does it die overnight? It takes time, right? But eventually it dies. And if I don't water the grass, what's going to happen to the grass? It just keeps getting worse, right? If we don't change your spine, it's just going to keep getting worse. I don't make the rules. I'm just trying to explain them to you in a way that makes sense, right? But the good news is that when we do take the kink off the hose and we turn the water back onto the grass, guess what happens? It goes green. That's what I want for you. Your first few months of care, that's what we're going to do. Then once we figure out how long you want to live there for, all the rest of my life, okay, great, we'll do that too then. We'll figure it out and make it work for you. But what test do we use? We use the x-ray and the numbers and make sure that that's pulling off the promise for you. Okay? That's what we do. That's what we do. So, just to bring that home, here's your green grass sheet. Put that on your refrigerator. Memorize it. It's going to save your life. So again, green grass, what's that mean? That means I want your body feeling healthy, strong, vibrant, no need for medication, no need for surgery. Your body's working the way God designed it. The problem is your spine is kinked right now, your numbers show that, and it's put you in the brown grass zone. Brown grass means your body's not working like you want it to. It can be setting you up for all kinds of problems. You may see medication coming into your life. They might be trying to use chemicals to fix you, or therapy to fix you, or diet to fix you, or massage or whatever to fix you, and it's not working. To me, brown grass can be infertility, autism, ADHD. It can be gut issues, headache, cancer, heart disease, diabetes, chronic pain, arthritis, depression, organ failure, and obesity. Your body literally grows that when your spine is out of order. You're making brown grass. Your body makes it as a warning to say, hey, I'm not good here. Healing is electric. When the oil goes low in your car, what comes on? The oil light. The oil light's not the problem. It's the warning. If you cover up the oil light with duct tape, what's going to happen? Welcome to America, right? Your body's warning you. I hurt. I'm not happy. I'm not doing well. I can't move. Oh, I need more chemicals. That's not what it's saying. I need my power turned on. What do you do that with the spine? So, flip the page over. We just talked about how we're going to start with the brain, spine, and nerve system first because that's where healing comes from. That's the power that made you. That's the power that heals you. We talked about how if you have an emergency or you need surgery, then go to the medical help circle. That's fine. But it's not going to heal you. It may temporarily save you, but so that you can come in and get adjusted like we did with that gentleman today. Okay? That's what we're going to do. And here's the thing. Some people think, well, I'll just do positive meditation, or I'll just exercise, or I'll just take more vitamins, or I'll eat cleaner, I'll do keto or paleo or whatever it is. I'll do these different exercises. Listen, all of that doesn't work, because if it did, then why did Bob Harper, America's health nut, have a heart attack? Because even he thought healing was chemical, not electrical, and he has a heart attack. And now he's selling medication for people who've had stents put in their heart. He still doesn't get it. So that's why I have to, based on how God made your body and how the laws of physics work, we have to start with your spine and nerve system first. Does that make sense? Okay, that's why we have to start with that. Again, look at him. He's lean. He looks like you, Papa. He's got good, maybe not the tattoos, but he's lean, he's strong. This guy should not be having a heart attack. If healing's chemical, it's not, it's electrical. It's electrical, okay? And the problem is that when these kids go to the medical doctor for whatever issues, childhood psychologists make millions of dollars off of giving people medicine. They give them chemicals. So the business of giving you a chemical get healing is huge, but it's not delivering the promise, right? This lady here had headaches. She had headaches. She went to the emergency room. They did all these tests to find out what chemical to give her. She left the hospital 2 days later with the same migraine headache, but now with 3 more medications, more chemicals. But then they sent her a bill for $45,486.97. I know some of you are freaked out about price. I'm going to charge you. I promise I'm not going to charge you $45,000 to fix you or to give you more chemicals to manage your brown grass, because she left there. Now is she going this way after the hospital, or is she going this way? She's going this way. Everything you pay here is going to do that. However, whatever you plan you pick to do, I promise you we'll do this with you in time. Okay? Not this. You don't need more of that. And again, statistically, when you come get adjusted here, your chances of having to go to the hospital go down. Your chances of having to have surgery go down. Your chances of having outpatient surgeries go down. 85% less pharmaceutical costs. Why? Because healing's electric. You're getting your power turned on. You're going back to green grass, and you don't need that stuff. And as a dad, if I can do something to prevent my children from having to have surgery or take medication, and you mean just get adjusted, that's it? Yeah, that's it. That's what works. That's what we did for my daughter. And now she's 31 years old, and she's healing, doing great. So is my other 3. Sorry. Okay? So healing's electric. That means Pat, who had depression, no more depression. Sue lost 25 pounds, no more diabetes. Ryan, better focus, better grades. Mike's headaches are all gone. David's off all pain medication. Barb's cancer's all gone. Ron wants to live and not kill himself. Mary able to get pregnant. Jack's prostate cancer is gone. Families are happy, skinny, having fun. Bill's off his blood pressure pills. Elaine, best shape, best mood ever. Soccer team, Colorado Rapids, win the MLS Cup. Top athletes win gold medals. Johnny's happy when he wakes up. Bonnie's legs don't kick or shake anymore. Rob stopped smoking off all that Chantix crap. Jeff says my eyes can see better. Paul's out of the wheelchair, walking on his own. Little Sammy, no more college, sleeps all night. How can that happen in a chiropractor's office? It's simple. Healing is electric. And when you walk in like this and we start doing that, these are the things that happen. These are the things that happen. Okay? And so, we're going to go back in a minute, and we're going to look at your x-rays, and then I'm going to show you the different options you have, okay? And so basically, we're going to show you, let me borrow this for a second. I'm going to show you what's going to take, and we're going to start here, okay? Basically, here's how it works. If we have insurance and we have to bill it, they make us bill $120 a visit. It's their rules, not mine, okay? $75 for your adjustment, $45 for your rehab, so that we can change your spine and get the electricity turned back on, right? Right? I mean, if we don't turn the power back on, what's the house going to do, right? You know that, right? You already get this, okay? And you see this in your job, all the other effects of it, right? You see this. So, we got to turn the power on first. Then, I will work with you on your life. What's your dreams? What's your goals? What's your mission? Let's figure out together. I'm your coach. I'm in your corner. We'll make this happen, right? We work on your mind. I remind you of who God says you are, not who they say you are, right? And that's all our workshops. Then we work out on Saturdays, 8:30. I'll show you how to train, and I'll watch you, and we'll come up with ways. We do the band workouts. It's called high intensity, short duration, so it balances your hormones, helps strengthen your golf shot, helps strengthen your body and your mind. It helps balance your hormones, helps burn fat, build muscle. I'll show you how to work out so I can be your personal trainer as well. See, I've been around the world. I've spent the money figuring out how to fix my daughter and fix the athletes, so you don't have to keep looking. Trust me, I've got 30 years a head start on how to do this, and it works really, really well. Then what diet is best for you? I don't know. Paleo, keto, carnivore. That's the new one, carnivore. You just eat meat. You know? I don't know, right? Get your meat on. But we'll figure it out. I have specific ways to test your body to find out what's best for you and what you're allergic to, right? Do you need vitamins? I don't know. Some of you are taking too many, some of you aren't taking. I have special ways to test your body. But we don't do any of that until we get this power turned back on, okay? So you're not just getting a chiropractor. You're getting a life coach. You're getting an exercise nutrition. You're getting an exercise trainer. You're getting a nutritionist. You're getting a naturopath for vitamins and all the things, everything else, okay? But we got to do this first, all right? So here's how it works financially. You'll see in a minute. Normally, our cash discount is $60 a visit. Well, let's say you need to come based on your numbers 3 times a week for the next 90 days. Let's just take 1 month. 60 times 12 visits is $720. Plus, we take the price of the kit and divide it into the first 3 months of payments, so it's an additional $80. So, you take that plus the re-x-rays, you're looking at about $850.83 for the first month, just a month, if you pay full price. If you pay as you go, don't do that. When we go back, I don't discuss it out here, you'll see how I've literally cut over 50% off all that, and we'll take care of you. But if you pay per visit, $60 a visit, that's the most expensive way to go. Don't do that. Get on one of our memberships, right? Bronze, silver, or gold, right? Your Olympic theme here. Pick one of your memberships that works best for you, and we'll take good care of you. And we'll start moving you back this direction because healing's electric, okay? So we're gonna go back individually, take about 2, 3 minutes, 5 minutes the most, okay? I'll show you your x-rays. I'll show you your different options financial. When you walk out, make an appointment for tomorrow to get adjusted because we gotta keep you charged up, we gotta get you better, you'll see that. And you just tell, when you come back tomorrow, you just tell Heather or Jesse what plan works best for you. Whichever one you pick is the best one for you. But doing nothing just means you're gonna keep living here, and that's not what I want for you. Okay, make sense? And if there's anyone else in your family that needs to get checked and get an x-ray, bring them in, we'll take care of them, we'll see where they're at, okay? We're always open to helping more people. And we have lots of events for you. Part of your care plan means that we have seminars on a regular basis. Coming up in March, the lies you tell yourself every day sabotage your life. So let's figure out what those lies are. That's more of the, and then in April, I'm actually doing a whole workshop on colds, flus, boogers, snot, fevers, coronavirus. What do you do with that? Okay? So you're getting a lot as far as how that goes. And so you can bring your friends and family to that. Okay? So we're gonna go back now individually. Just give me 5 minutes with them, and then we'll go back and answer all your questions. We'll be good to go. Okay? Awesome. Come on with me, you two. Let's go back this way. Thank you, Grant. Mr. and Mrs. Fitzer, please follow me. Don't you worry.